Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I make a Rose Quartz Goddess Bracelet, and these are very pretty. I'm using today 8mm Rose Quartz beads, 8mm silver plated jump rings. I've got my cutters for my elastic, and I'm using 1mm thickness today. I've got my ruler. Now normally I would measure 12 inches when I make my bracelets, but we need to double the length, so I'm going to measure 24 inches, which I know does seem a lot. Okay, so what we need to do is take a bead, take the two ends, and we want to place it. If you do see any, I've been gardening, I've been planting seeds, so do apologise. So we've taken that down to the middle of the elastic, and then just over the top we're going to thread an 8mm jump ring. So that's both ends through and then down, just like that. Next we're going to take another bead, and we're just going to thread it on the bottom of the elastic. Then we take another jump ring, thread both ends through, hold the ends together, and then down. If we've just gone at the bottom, we're now going to go to the top, which is this one. Thread another bead, down, now if I zoom in on here, you've got one there, one at the top, one at the bottom. You can see now I'm going to add a jump ring, and then we're going to take the top piece of elastic to put a bead on. So it's not level, so I'm just going to take two ends, push these down, and just do some adjusting now. Later on you won't be able to. Just take jump ring, thread both ends through, next we're going to take the top piece. You can see we've just done the bottom piece. Now we're going to do the top one. So we take a bead, so we take another bead. Let's move this ruler out of the way. Both ends together. You can see up, down, up, down. We add another jump ring. You can see our next one. You just go opposites to where you've been. So up, down, up, down. This is going to be an up, so that's going to be a top one, top piece of elastic. Just always keep taking the two ends, pulling down. Again, I'm going to put another jump ring. Thread the jump ring. One at the top. As I'm doing this, I've just put one at the top. Obviously, it's the way the beads have landed. So you can see the pattern that we're creating as we go on. Obviously you can use sterling silver jump rings, but obviously that will make it a lot more expensive. So if you do that, make sure you factor in the cost. But I know a lot of us just use silver plated. And it's absolutely fine. Just when you take it off, obviously follow jewellery care instructions. And I always say to keep it protected when you're not wearing in just a plain plastic bag. Which I always put mine in. And then obviously it will then go into, normally with these it's a velvet drawstring pouch. So the bottom one is next. And a jump ring. Jump ring. So I'm using 1mm thickness. You could also use tiger tail. I may have to grab some more beads. Another jump ring. So just how it's landed, the next one is going to be at the bottom. Jump ring. Top. next one to the bottom. I'll link another tutorial that I made using acrylic beads. You may find that better to begin if you're learning to make these. They're a lot more cheaper to make. Another jump ring. See the pattern. And I just keep going along till I get the desired length. Okay, the next one. The top one. I went out to the shops earlier and all the daffodils were out. What are we now? January the 28th. I love daffodils. What's your favourite flower? Mine are daffodils and daisies. I love moon daisies. That's what I've been out doing today, just planting up some of the seeds that I saved from last year. Bottom. Jump ring. Top one. Bottom. Let me just zoom in to show you how that's looking. Another jump ring. Top one. Another jump ring. You can use 10mm beads with the 8mm jump rings. It's just how you want it to look, personal preference. But the customer that I'm making this for did actually want this look. They like to have more silver showing. see what the length of that is. 5.5. So to tie, I'm going to take both ends and then we've got that very first bead. We're going to go in between those two, in between the thread, in front of the jump ring, and thread through on the end. So in here we're going to thread it through both ends. Just check they've gone through. Yeah, there we go. Can you see what I've done? Then I'm just going to take one end and go back through this jump ring. Pull that together. And then I'm going to do a surgeon's knot. Cut the end. This is what it looks like. So thank you for watching, take care and happy crafting.